groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. On the ride, never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Yo. Yo, he's crashing. He's checking crash.
80 weapon. Fire.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Check Thomas.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They cannot.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Heavy on the edges, heavy.
Get it.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On the set.
Check 48. Come on. Hey, watch the slant.
Look at me. Go.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Costello into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, Orbit. Hey.
Operating from the gun, Costello. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check, 56.
From the gun, Costello. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Throwing again. Costello. That's complete to John Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set. 18, Gator.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Off play action. Costello going deep downfield for Roll. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it actually serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
DeAndre Baker there defensively.
Got it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Get ready.
On the ground, it's Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
60 Pittsburgh.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Bravo.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye. As the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll run it. It's Matt. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Break. Mike Popo.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 50, plant. Go. Ready?
On third down, Costello under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On fourth down, here's Trevor Daniel. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nick Chubb, 92 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's a run with Matt. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Hey, 2.
48.
Roll out.
Check 26. Check
5.
To throw on third down. Costello. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Dancing to his left, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Set. 8. Reed.
Ricky.
Get it.
Getting it to their playmaker, Cordero Patterson. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
10-2 stop. Smooth.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Go.
48.
From the gun on 3rd down, Costello. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 22, Minshew, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
6-6, pull it high.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Let's go, D. 48. 48 for Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike, 48. Mike,
5.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Costello. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
To throw on second down. Costello. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, Team 6.
On 3rd down, Costello. Open man is Ross, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, Orban.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
X3. 2X2.
On second down, it's Mack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Protein spill.
Under 10. 10. Tighten up.
Ready?
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go!
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. So go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Houston.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Slant. Shoot.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
52's the mark, boy. 52. On the army. Hey, Mike 52.
On first down, Costello. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On the ground, it's Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on third down. Costello. That's caught. It's Thomas.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check.
Shoot.
They'll run here with Mack. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
High 7.
Mike 56. And I'm coming up to you.
Ready?
Again, it'll be Mack. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Rock it.
Trying to power it in with Arma. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, it's Brooks. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom.
41. We got to wedge that.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 41. Mike 41.
They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze.
Switch.
Yo, go.
56 to Mike, boys.
Look at me. Get it.
Now a carry from Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again here with Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Costello over the middle. It's complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go on.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On second down now, it's Mack. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself caught.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Watch that end. Tight end's right.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 48 to Mike. Check 48.
Off the play fake. Costello lets it go for Nelson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
52 right here. Hey, check. 52's the Mike.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
70, Indy. Hey, let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, team 6.
Check 52's the Mike.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Costello. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
They're probably about 1 big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a 2-deep coverage, make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier. The stop by Taylor Bryan. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now